Hi everyone, I'm Rob and welcome back to the Leon career mode on FIFA 20. This is the Leon Treble career mode where within 2 seasons we have to do the domestic treble. We have disabled European competition as the Champions League, Europa League, Super Cup, etc. don't have anything to do with this. So this is the lineup we're going to use against Montpellier away. We're going to get straight into it. Of course, Lopez in goals. We're going to go with Kimpembe, who was absolutely brilliant on his debut against Angers. We're also going with Marcelo in centre back, who hasn't played yet. We've got Nick left back. We've got Dubois right back. Toussaint in CDM. Mendes and Aouar in centre mids. Dembele is going to be up top with Terrier and Traore cutting inside. And we didn't concede first. It's an absolute surprise, I know. But Toussaint fires it into the feet of Dembele, who rockets one top corner. And we clearly do have a problem at the back. Marcelo with a poor touch. They end up scoring. But Marcelo was quick to redeem himself on the half-hour mark by scoring from a corner. And then Traore running down the right-hand side. He spots Terrier at the back post, who's become a very good player for us. We're 3-1 up. Montpellier did make it very interesting towards the end of the game by scoring with 22 minutes on the clock, but nonetheless, we brought on Mateta, and he's in front of goal here. Brilliant header. And there you go, 4-2 win, but there clearly is a problem with our defence. We've conceded 4 goals in 3 games, which is not good enough. So we've been very active in this transfer window, receiving 60.6 million and spending 116.75 million. I think we've had a successful window. We've built a very, very good team, and we're just gonna skip deadline day basically. Top deal is Milinkovic-Savic to Barcelona for £90 million, followed by Umtiti to Manchester United for 79 million, and Insigne to Man United as well for 67.3 million. So we'll just skip this. Wow. PSG have brought in Cuadrado, Philip Max. They've also brought in, sorry, it does that little glitch. Draxler, they've sold Kurzawa, they've sold Munir, they've sold Cavani, and of course Kimpembe. But as I said, they only brought in Cuadrado and Max, so a bit of an underwhelming thing for them. And of course, and I've tried to sell this Ndiaye kid for centuries. That is an over-exaggeration, but I've been trying to sell him for a while and he's just not going. So we will release him at the start of next season if he doesn't leave, which he probably won't, to be honest. Got an email halfway through deadline day here. Another transfer offer. It's Minnesota United. He will not go. He wouldn't go to Philadelphia. He probably won't go to Minnesota. But we'll see. 4 hours to go. Wow. Stade de Reims have signed Dan Gosling from Bournemouth. That's an interesting one, you know. He's a goal-scoring midfielder. He might help to keep them up this season. Broken down, let me guess. Yep. They need to fix that. Honestly, young players at big clubs going to other teams, like, I don't care how it happens, but if I'm clearly accepting every offer for you, it should signal that I want you to go. You're not welcome here. That's why I just tend to release most of them. And of course we get an offer here for Ndiaye from Sion, who did take one of our younger players before, and we are going to accept that. And 760 million spent across all leagues. So what's going to happen for the rest of this episode, guys, we're going to be playing Bordeaux and Amiens, and then at the start of next episode we will be playing Paris Saint-Germain, who are currently top of the league. Not considerably, obviously. They've won all their games so far. We have a game in hand on them. But they've scored 12 along with Lille. They've both scored 12. We've scored the most goals in the league. We've won 6-1, 4-2, and 3-1. But we've conceded 4 goals already, which, I mean, you can see down here some teams, oh my god. Angers have conceded 12 in 4. That is terrible. But we've got Bordeaux next. And I think we're going to simulate this one. Not going to be simulating many games, but our first team's fully fit, so why not, you know, simulate it with the fully fit first strength. I can never string that sentence together. But my oh my, we get a 4-0 win. Aouar and Traore getting the goals, a brace each. And, yeah, that's good to see. We kept a clean sheet. Of course, it's when I'm not playing. But, yeah, that's good to see. We'll get into training. I have got a few young players on the second one, but I haven't used the first one in quite a while, so we'll go and train these guys up. I think we should be seeing a bit of growth from Awa and Traore as they just bagged a brace each, but it is what it is. Very proud of Toussaint. He grabs the Player of the Month award for August, so well done to him. But I do have some good news. At long last, we have finally sold Usainu and for £1.1 million. He's gone to Xi'an, so they have now bought 2 of our Deadwood players. I'm sure he's a good, promising young player, but he's just not going to get any game time in the team that I've got. We were so dominant in this game. They didn't even have a shot. We had 10 shots all game. 2 early in the second half here from Mendes. Bit of genius with his footwork. Just couldn't convert. But then with 4 minutes on the clock, Cornet came on and he couldn't score. And then what was in the final minute of the game, Mendes sends it through to Big Bad Musa, who scores and gets us all 3 points at Amiens in the last minute of the game. Oh, you know what? We're doing it now. We're going to play PSG now. Why the hell not, guys? We're only 6.5 minutes in, maybe less, to this video. So why not play? Do you have the depth in your squad? I just cannot speak on camera. That's just me. Do you have the depth in your squad to keep this momentum? I hope the whole squad is going to play a role, I guess. Will your winning streak continue? We're in great form. I'll back the boys. And last question is, how would you put your previous win into context against PSG? Never seen that question, so my players will do well again. Look how happy the team morale is. Let's get into the game, and I don't know. We'll give it our best shot against PSG, I'm sure of that. We start the highlights off 10 minutes before half-time. We're on top pretty much the whole game in this one. Dembele opens the scoring with a lovely curled effort into the corner. But then, 7 minutes after the half-time break, Icardi makes it 1-1. And we were showing so much fight. We brought on Rene Adelaide, the cross into him, and he makes it 2-1. Can we hold on? Well, with 15 minutes on the clock, Verratti plays it into the Brazilian captain, Neymar Jr. And unfortunately, our winning streak has come to an end, but it's come to an end in a respectable fashion. Didn't deserve to lose, but 2-2 is how it finishes. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% disappointed with that. It was a very good performance. We had 14 shots to their 6 or something like that. Still didn't manage to win, unfortunately. They're talking about how Tagliafico didn't do well today. I mean, he didn't get too involved because we kept their right-hand side pretty quiet. So, will your unbeaten streak continue? I'm going to say the streak will continue because, you know, like Arsenal last year when they drew against Palace, they didn't capitulate after their 11 or 12 wins in a row or something. They just turned it into a nice unbeaten run instead of just a winning run. A fascinating game it was, 2-2 in the end. What was your take on the performance? We'll say congrats to both teams. We're still conceding goals, so I'd like to sort out that stability at the back. But we'll work on that over time, no doubt. We've rotated the side quite a bit for our next league game here, away at Brest. We're going to be rotating the side, of course, 2 days after the PSG game. Barco comes in for a start, so does Mateta. And we're going to win 3-0. Cornet came on to score, and Jean-Philippe Mateta. What a player he is turning out to be. He's really good in-game and clearly good in Sims. He gets himself a brace. We win 3-0. But for now, guys, that is where we're going to leave it. Next up, we've got Nantes at home. That will be played in the 4th episode. Thank you, guys, for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you can support this series throughout its existence. And I'll see you guys in, most likely, the next episode of the Leon Treble Career Mode.